Hello, welcome to Old Nerd Watches Doctor Who, the Tom Baker years. Tom Baker, he is the Doctor Who that I grew up with. I was born in '74. That was the same year Tom Baker took over as the Doctor in the long-running BBC series. He was the fourth Doctor. Uh, I would come home from school, get off the bus, go to my grandparents' house until my parents were done work, and then I'd watch Doctor Who there. I'd watch it at home a little bit at relatives' house during family gatherings when everybody's out playing cards. I'd be in the living room, the only person in the living room watching Doctor Who, and it was always reruns. I think it was on PBS, and this would be like the very early '80s, maybe even the late '70s. But I believe it was on PBS, and I think I only ever saw Tom Baker episodes. I don't remember ever seeing anything else, any of the other doctors. So Tom Baker is Doctor Who to me. I dabble in watching some of the other doctors once in a while, but mm, I started watching, like, what was it? Is it Pertwee? John Pertwee? Is he the first one? Who was the first one? Anyway, the very first one. When they first started putting out these Doctor Who DVDs back, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago now, I got like the first couple of that came out in like '64. I think it started '63. I got the first couple DVDs, I think, from Netflix because I had a subscription to the rent a DVD in the mail thing at Netflix, and I got the first couple and watched them, and they're pretty good. I didn't keep watching them though. I could have kept on going, and I didn't. But they've been putting these out for the last few years. These awesome, awesome sets. Like, look at the bonus features, and this, for some reason, is a Doctor Who thing. Even these old DVDs that came out, like I said, 15 years ago. When did these come out? Oh, it probably says back here someplace, but I can't find it right now. 2008. So how long ago was that? Like 15 years ago. Look how many extra features are on here. Like, Doctor Who seems to be like the godfather of special bonus features on DVDs and Blu-rays. Like, they've been doing it for that long. Like, you never used to see a list that long of special features on the old DVDs. Maybe a couple, maybe like a commentary track, a documentary, some bloopers, and that'd be about it. But these are always just jam-packed full. It's because the BBC does all kinds of like specials, and the Doctor is like so popular there that they put him in commercials, and the commercials will happen like in time with the episodes that are coming out at the time. Like, it'll kind of like tie into the series. It's really neat how the BBC operates. So they're always making stuff. So a lot of these special features, bonus features, are like from BBC television. Documentaries, interviews, promotions, all kinds of stuff. But I think there's from 1974 to 1980, 1981 was when Tom Baker was the Doctor. It was like 7 seasons. These really nice Blu-ray sets have been coming out like one every once in a blue moon. They put out 5 of them now. They put out the first season, the third and fourth season, and the 6th and 7th season, I believe. And this is season 6, so this is the next to the last. This is the penultimate. I have a subscriber friend who loves that word, penultimate. This is the penultimate season of Tom Baker as the Doctor. And my assistant, who I seem to remember the most watching this when I was a kid, was Sarah Jane. And Sarah Jane started with Sarah Jane. This Doctor is the Doctor before Tom Baker. So his final season, Sarah Jane came on as the companion. And then she stayed over for 3 or 4 seasons of Tom Baker. So if I do get a set of these that isn't Tom Baker, it's going to be this guy. I don't know if this guy's name's Pertwee. Yeah, William Hartnell was the very first Doctor. John Pertwee is the third Doctor, the Doctor right before Tom Baker. So Sarah Jane was my assistant. She's the one I remember the most. And that is the reason that the nerd completist in me I just recently bought these two from a seller on eBay. He gave me a really good deal. I made offers and he accepted them, so I got a really good deal on both of these and free shipping to boot. This one is this one's all about Canine, the robot dog. It's the first Doctor Who storyline. The Invisible Enemy is the Doctor Who storyline where Canine was introduced into the series. And then he was so popular that the BBC tried to do a spin-off series called Canine and Company. And they only did like a pilot, just one episode. It's called Canine and Company, A Girl's Best Friend. I believe it came out in 82 or 83, but it came out like a year or two after Tom Baker was done being the Doctor. But the reason there's Sarah Jane right there. She was the companion throughout, like me watching Doctor Who when I was a kid on TV. But this Canine spin-off series, Canine and Company, Girl's Best Friend, stars Sarah Jane. She's a reporter. She goes back to her eccentric old aunt's estate out in the countryside, the English countryside, and she's a reporter. There's a murder. She's investigating it. The Doctor drops off Canine to help her. You don't see the Doctor. She comes home. It's at Christmas time. There's a present, and I think it's Canine. But that's the reason I got this. It was because this was the Sarah Jane spin-off, one-off episode. So that's why I got this. And this is the Five Doctors. This came out. This is the Doctor right after Tom Baker. This Five Doctors was some kind of special where all the incarnations of the Doctor all got called back to their home planet. So all the original Doctors are in there, except Tom Baker. He only appears like in a video. It's like an unused story or an unused episode from the main title from the main show. But they only use footage of Tom Baker in this. This is like a special. How long is it? I don't know what the runtime on this is. Oh, it's 190 minutes. It's like pretty long. It must have been, so it was probably an entire like storyline and during a season of Doctor Who. But that's the reason I got this one. And I'm collecting all of these. And I watch them every so often. I'll watch an entire like storyline. They're usually 4 episodes, sometimes 5. And this one doesn't have Sarah Jane, sadly. It has Romana, played by Lala Ward. She's cool. She's fine. I like her too. But a lot of people probably groan when they see Doctor Who or see that I'm a Doctor Who fan of, well, just Tom Baker. But a lot of people, it is pretty cheesy. But I got to say, it's really inspirational. Like, I've been a filmmaker, and when you live out in the country and you're a weirdo filmmaker and everybody else doesn't do anything like that, you find a couple other weird people like you, and you just kind of make movies the best way you can without whatever props and costumes and whoever will act in it. And it ends up being an awful lot like a Doctor Who episode. So I don't have any problem with the props, the bad props and bad special effects at all. Doesn't bother me. It's just the storytelling that I'm interested in. So I'm a Doctor Who person, especially the Tom Baker years. I might talk about Doctor Who again sometime. So stick around, stay tuned, comment down below with any information you have on any of these DVDs or the series or anything that I talked about. I'm all about Doctor Who trivia. Oh, and one more thing. I'm subscribed to another channel on here on YouTube called Clever Dick Films. I'm going to link his documentary that he did on the Tom Baker years of Doctor Who. Fantastic. Like, he does documentaries, professional style documentaries, professional quality about Doctor Who on his channel. He's got a bunch, but I'll link the Tom Baker one down in the description. So check that out if you're a Doctor Who fan like I am. Anyway, comment down below with anything. Like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.